Hello there.
Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars in the Galaxy, watching all the Star Wars we can get our hands on. I'm Eli.
I'm Jacob.
And today we have a very special episode of Star Wars in the Galaxy, one of my favorite special episodes that we get to do. We're filling a little bit of time between Andor and Star Wars Rebels that we will get into, I believe, in mid-May. So we're doing a bunch of special episodes, which we haven't gotten to do in a while. We did Character Appreciation Day for Grandmaster Yoda last week, and this week, the infamous series returns. Tier lists. Episode 6. This is our 6th tier list episode on Star Wars in the Galaxy. We always have a ton of fun doing these. It always feels like we're going to run out. I was telling our guests this. It always feels like we're going to run out, and we never do. That's the magic of Tier Maker and how many pages and pages of tier lists are generated by the people over there, including some of the Galaxy created tier lists. One note, and then I will be doing after, some little maintenance work I'll be doing after this episode, which is that we technically have two tier maker accounts, one of which was connected to our old Twitter account, which we deleted a few months ago, and I made the mistake of not linking that old account with something different. So we have a new account which does not currently have any of our old tier lists on it, but in between the recording of this episode and the posting of this episode, I hopefully will have transferred all of our old stuff. So if you're wondering why there's two In a Galaxy tier list accounts, that's why. Always, we're going to be ranking. Jacob and myself and our guest have brought some tier lists. We're going to be doing 5 or 6 of these. We'll see how long this stuff takes. A reminder for how we do our tier lists, because I think it's been around a year. We try to do these annually. Our tier list, the In a Galaxy standard, is 5 tiers: D, C, B, A, and then at the top, S from bottom to top. S is super or supreme or spectacular, whatever you want to call it. There's an entire page on tiermaker.com about what S may mean, but it's the best. And we reach our conclusions on In a Galaxy through some compromise. When Jacob and I were doing these alone, if one of us says A and one of us says C, the logical conclusion would be to rank these in B. But, through some conversation, some negotiation, some hassling, some haggling, whatever you want to call it, we reach a conclusion. Jacob, anything else you want to say before we bring our guest on?
It's been a while, but I'm excited. And yeah, let's we gotta bring everyone in.
Absolutely. It is fun. I think Jacob and I just doing these, the two of us, but it is also fun having a guest on. The first guest we had on was a good friend of the show, Connor Chiquiti of the Nerd Academy podcast, and we got another great guest on today of the Bombadcast. As we're recording this, I believe his co-host is about to be, or now, halfway across the world, but luckily, due to us plebs out here who can't attend Star Wars Celebration Tokyo, he is here with us right now. Gerry the Canon Junkie, how you doing today? Good, sir.
Hey, what's up, boys? You know what? I'm doing good. Yes, Scotty currently, I believe, is either almost to the edge of the western edge of the United States over where you guys are, or he's over the Pacific Ocean. I'm not entirely sure, but he is, somewhere between here and old Tokyo. So, yes.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm going to be, I think time zones are going to be weird, so I'm not probably going to see it when it goes live, but I'm very excited. When this comes out, it'll be far past the time where the panel has been out, and I'm very excited to see that. I'm very excited for the special announcement at the end, which 2 out of the 3 of us know what it is, and to respect Scotty's own privacy, even before this, I will not say to Jacob what it is, but it's very exciting.
Yeah, no, sorry, Jacob. You are odd man out. It's fine. It's okay.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I'm used to living under a rock.
I'll tell you.
That's my shtick sometimes.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you next week after it's revealed. But yeah, no,
I'll be waiting with keen anticipation.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Anyway, but
watch your career with great interest. Yes, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Gerry, actually, as our guest, would you like to propose one of your tier lists first for us to tackle?
Okay, all right. And so I'm not sure if I followed the directions quite closely enough, okay, and stuff, because I listen. I got a mortgage. Actually, I don't have a mortgage anymore. It's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. But I have 3 topics that I think I would like to talk about. One of them I know you've already talked about. So I don't know if you want me to start with that one or you want me to just go with the random ones first and stuff. But like my first one, I know you've already talked about. But I'm quite offended that I wasn't here to talk about it because one of my favorite things is the weirdos. It is the weird gulp shittos and all that shit. You know, my favorite thing about Star Wars is the weird creatures, people, like just like the weirdos. That's my favorite part. I like the weird stuff. Give me more of the weird stuff. Give me the rat cook from Skeleton Crew, you know, with like 6 eyes and stuff like that. I want more of that kind of shit. That's my stuff. You know, that's what I like. So.
All right. So this one is called.
Take a long hiatus.
This one is called Glove Shittos 1 to 9, Disney Plus, and EU. So there might be a little bit of research involved in this. I might need to do a little bit of Wikipedia.
Okay.
But
see, I already know what my favorite Glove Shitto is.
Okay, so
I see. Is that Steve from Minecraft? Oh my god. Okay.
Yes, Flint and Steel. Yes.
Don't no one dare say chicken jockey.
No one. I do not want the police coming in.
No, I want to get arrested. Don't abuse live chickens, kids. Don't do that.
At my screening, I got a polite round of applause, and I'm so grateful for that.
I would hate to be a theater worker this month. I really would.
I used to work. My first job was movie theater, you know, like usher, and we would do like what is it, Rocky Horror Picture Show, like showings, like around like New Year's and stuff, and like it would be a midnight showing. The movie would end, and we would be there cleaning up till like 6 a.m. And it looks like that or worse in these theaters that are exploding. So don't destroy the theaters. Clap, applause, all this stuff. Anyway.
So I just looked at the first one here, 01/425. So that what I can tell on Wikipedia is like who is basically like the Nick Fury of Delta Squad, who like the one who sends Delta Squad out on missions and stuff. And he's on this list because reasons. Okay. Again, a lot of these people are on these lists because reasons. This looks like a completely random list that I don't understand really any rhyme or reason, which seems appropriate for Glove Shittos, honestly. So, does anybody have any strong feelings about 01/425?
I'm a fake fan, so I have no idea who he is. So, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I knew more about who this is, I'm sure I would feel very, very passionately about this.
Yeah.
It's an immediate S tier, then, is what we're saying, right? No,
I'm leaning towards like B or something like that.
Yeah.
Anybody have any other ideas about this?
I don't know. You said B tier or something, maybe.
I said B.
Fresh out of
yeah. I mean, I don't want to punish him for us not knowing who he is.
Yeah.
So you gotta go for it.
We have one of the most infamous Glove Shittos in the Star Wars universe, who I think Gerry might have some strong opinions about. Ben Quadaneros of the Ton system.
Yes.
I feel like he's a pretty prominent Glove Shitto. I'm feeling A or S.
I think at least A, yeah.
This is the most famous Ben in Star Wars, right here. We have the most famous Ben. We have this man. This man is built like what is that show, like the preschool show with all the different like emotion people or something? He's built like one of those like Mr. Smile or whatever the hell characters. This is like a cartoon. If a cartoon character was like a physical being, like, you know, you ever have like those like thoughts when you were a child of like what certain cartoon characters would look like if they were photorealistic and how terrifying that would fucking be? That is Ben Quadaneros, and he is the man. I love that he stuck to his last name. He stuck to his last name, Quadaneros, and is like, you know, quad, 4, that means 4 in Star Wars as well, apparently. We're going to have 4 engines on my pod racer. Let's go. So I say S tier. Immediate S tier.
Jacob, do you want to go S tier?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go S tier, man. I mean, look,
Ben Quadinaros gets the first S tier of this.
I mean, look, according to Wikipedia, he was pretty inexperienced, but he went out there anyway. Boonta Eve Classic, big stage. His pod racer may have not made it across the start line, but sometimes you can't win them all.
Hey,
you can't
but
win
then
them all. He went out there and he gave it his all.
He ended with a bang as well, and so go big or go home. That's Ben Quadinaros.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, I think we're in agreement then.
All right, next one is a very fun one. We have Bidlow Quirv, who, if you don't recognize, yes, that is the skull that Luke throws against the panel to crash the door onto the Rancor in Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
And the
okay.
skull has a name.
This is a very loose. This seems like a very loose.
Everybody has a name.
This is stretching the definition of what we can work.
Oh,
with,
trust me, Jacob. We're gonna get a lot more weird.
This is from like Legends, correct? I'm guessing.
Actually, he's also canon.
Well, no, I'm sure, yeah, but like this originated, right? This is like one of those things where it's like, oh, let's bring back that, where I'm like, I mean, come on, man. You're gonna name every like goddamn skull and stuff. This thing, come on.
Yeah, but yes, I think it was originally Legends. Yes.
We're gonna rename. Okay, let's Mr. Halloween Decoration. He's a very prominent part of Star Wars. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling just for the history alone, maybe A tier.
Yeah, I was gonna say A as well. Yeah.
I think it's that skull had a pretty consequential role in the outcome of that movie. When you think about it,
Seriously, yeah.
Yeah, that skull killed a guy. So.
All right, we have Bobarian a Full, which I did not know was the full name of Jedi Bob, who was a meme until Jacob. Have you seen Rebuild the Galaxy, or have you not?
I have not seen Rebuild the Galaxy. No, does he have a role in there?
Oh,
he's like one of the main characters in Rebuild
very
the
prominent. Galaxy. Yes, yeah, voiced by Bobby Moynihan in the show as well.
Honestly, like I'm not doing a bit right here. Like kind of like sort of a Steve role, like in the Minecraft movie.
It is 1,000, and I haven't seen the Minecraft movie as of the recording of this episode, and so I can't really say much. I don't want to haven't seen Minecraft, but he does give that vibe of what I've seen from the trailers. So.
I have seen the movie, and he does give that. Yeah.
Okay. Jedi Bob yearns for the mines. Yes.
Yeah, kind of ironic considering who's coming after him, but yeah. No, I like Jedi Bob. I think like the bit of Jedi Bob has gotten a little bit like maybe it's gotten a little too much. So like I wouldn't go as far as S or maybe even A. I'd probably go more towards B. But like if anybody else has strong feelings.
I mean, I don't know if Jacob does, but like, I mean, I don't know. Jedi Bob, I didn't know was a thing until like maybe a few years ago, and I played those, the Lego games and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I just wasn't aware of it, and then now he's again a big prominent part of the Lego canon, at least. So I mean, I wouldn't be against B.
Yeah, I feel comfortable with that. Yeah.
All right, Captain Bombardier from The Mandalorian Season 3. I loved this. I love this episode. I don't care what anybody else says about Guns for Hire. I love this episode. CSI, what's it called? What's the planet called? Wow. Guns for Hire.
That was the Lizzo episode, correct?
She's
Lizzo and Jack Black.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check. What is that episode? Plaisir 15, CSI Plaisir.
I was going to say, it's something that sounds like a real world, like I don't know, like a White Lotus type of place or something like that. Just not without the intrigue and stuff like that, So like an actual, just like a resort.
White Lotus, except for kind of socialist. Yeah. So I think at least A for Captain Bombardier.
Plaisir woke.
Yeah, I love to put Bombardier at S.
Yeah. Yeah, Go ahead, Jacob. Yeah.
I would be inclined more towards B, but if you guys, because I don't feel particularly strongly.
All right,
about
I'm hearing an A.
But if you guys do, I won't stand in between anything.
I'm all for his socialist policies. I'm all for Bombardier. The one Imperial, by the way, who actually tried to do things better. Look at that. Like, actually tried to fix what they did, you know?
Callous, but yeah. All right. I don't know who the hell this guy is. Ban the Kid. Looking him up. Oh, he was also in Jabba's Palace, maybe.
Right.
I haven't the foggiest.
Oh, no, he was in the holiday special.
Oh, my God.
Right.
He was one of the patrons with Akmena. I don't remember him from any of those scenes, really, mostly because, like, what is there from those scenes other than Beer Arthur in that fantastic musical number? But
a lot of stuff from the holiday special has been. Is he canon as well? Because a lot of stuff from the holiday special has been canon.
No, he's not. He actually
isn't. Okay.
So
rough stuff.
It didn't make it in. They took the easy stuff like Life Day and other and the Ambin pulse rifle, but they didn't take the deep cuts. I'd say I don't really know anything about Saban. I'd say B at the highest, but probably C.
I could go with C. I don't know who this is.
I don't know who he is either, and honestly, listen, you were in the holiday special, so you already loved. He doesn't need our, appreciation. I say
that's
C.
true. It's really become a cult classic. Sir
Super cult
Chogs.
classic.
Sir Chogs, which I already have an inherent bias of, because Sir Chogs is one of the many bounty hunters that are sent after you in Jedi Fallen Order, and one of the things that I love about is that all of their names sound like shit posting. Like, they're just the goofiest names ever. Like, the one that I believe kidnapped me the first time that I was playing as Cal in Fallen Order was my favorite of the names, which is Bagonk.
Bagonk?
Yeah, which is just
a memorable
fantastic
one for sure.
Anyway, Sir Chugs is one of them, so I think he deserves at least a B, maybe an A.
Sir Chugs, right? I'm pronouncing it correctly?
Yeah, sure.
Sir Chugs, did he get that name in college? Like, what is his?
I don't know. I don't know how much droids can drink, but yeah.
Well,
maybe it's like the oil. Maybe it's like the.
That's fair. He's having one of those. He went to one of those bars at Plaisir 15, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Any objection, Jacob, Jerry?
No, I mean,
seems good.
I mean, that name alone, yeah, go for A, I say.
All right. The Force's favorite idiot, as a good friend of the show, Jared the Dark Jedi, says, Colvin Trevor, 360-degree vision, Form 3 Sarisu defensive master, gets no-scoped by Jango Fett with 3 shots.
This one hurts. He deserved better. Maybe he should have performed better under pressure. I don't know. As far as Shadows go, though, he's pretty iconic. I'm feeling S tier personally.
Oh,
when you say Coleman Trebor, you say Dinosaur Jedi, people know who you're talking about.
I was going to say, he looks like a dinosaur. That's S tier. I mean, come on.
He made his mark on the galaxy, even if it wasn't in the way he probably hoped to.
I don't know if I can put him at S. Let's put him at S.
Listen, we're not going on people's physical prowess or their ability to work under pressure. We're going on, do you like this weirdo or do you not? Yeah. And I love this weirdo.
CS 9147, who looks like a fucking random First Order jet trooper.
That is correct.
Let's see. This is, oh my god, this is so stupid. They have the birth system of this. They didn't even give this guy a name, but they gave him a birth system. That's stupid. That's so incredible. Like this. Thank you, Pablo. We have an age of them too. This is so. Anyway, I don't know which one of the jet troopers is, but I think he's one of them who flies now.
I'm guessing one of them that gets catapulted off the back of the sand jet ski.
Yeah, he's one of the 2 of them. I don't know which one, but he's one of them. I'd say B at tops.
I don't know. I say we christen the D tier with this guy.
Who the hell is this guy?
But
listen, they fly now. Oh, come on! He was splattered on the side of a fucking plateau. Let's just. Yeah. Who cares? Who gives a shit?
For 2 seconds.
Yeah. He made that maybe he was the one that made the weird is that the new Wilhelm, they got when he like crashes into the.
They remixed it. They went into FL Studio and they remixed the Wilhelm scream or something.
Yeah, I mean they took him down while they were like drowning in coffee beans. So I mean, let's just come on.
Sycied Ock, holy crap! So he's one of the partisans, but he looks like Dewey and Freedy. Is he the same species as Dewey and Freedy?
I think I think he is. Freedy is the one that looks like a garbage pail kid, right?
Jacob and I said that these people were named Sarkinians in our Andor review recently. They're not. They're called Koreans. Oops. But anyway, I did not know that these guys were introduced before Andor, before right now. But apparently,
oh yeah. I mean, I remember seeing that guy I was like, oh, this is one of the same guys as in the Rogue One. So therefore, I know something that the commissioner of Epic Conversations does not. So therefore, I am one of the best of the league. I'm just saying.
Touche. But anyway, yeah, I before this, I did not know this guy existed. So maybe, I don't know. B is kind of like the neutral tier for me, as well as some other things like good, not great. But maybe C. Does anybody really care about Sycied Ox?
I don't have a problem with that. I don't know.
I'd say B, just because this is what I think when I think of like glup shittos or like weirdos that I like. It's the weirdo aliens and stuff like that. And I don't know if that's just xenophobic on my part or something, but
you're not wrong.
But I mean, that's what I think of, like the weirdos in Jabba's palace. I think of the weirdos that are just like, in the background. I am a creature guy. I love creatures. And again, not to like take away their sentience and stuff like that, but I love like creature design and all that kind of stuff. So this is what I really think of when I think of Shadow. Yes. And so
now,
I say, yeah.
Now here's an interesting one we got, which is
why is he on here? This is a main character.
This is what that's exactly the question I was going to ask you.
Who the fuck calls the man a glup shitto?
This is
why Scotty Jarrow made this list. Scotty Jarrow, noted High Republic hater, made this list.
Yeah. So. Elzar Man, Jacob, you probably know. Elzar Man is one of the main 3 Jedi of the High Republic phases 1 and 3. This guy is a main character. Like this is
like the Anakin Skywalker of
on a book cover, of which he is one of 2 characters.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing on this. Like, I feel like I need to rate him D, not because he's bad, but because he's just not a glup shitto.
Who made this list? I want all information. Dox the person who made this list.
Honestly, same thing. We can do the same thing at once. Honestly, with Loden Greatstorm, also not a glup shitto.
Yeah. So then, do we put him in D tier because he's not a glup shitto, or do we put him in S tier because he is clearly the king of this list? He
doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be entered into the list.
I have an idea.
If we think that it's just a DQ.
I see.
We can just say, hey, sorry, man, this is not for you. Not sure how you got in here, but you gotta leave.
Not a glup shitto, but the king of the High Republic. Yes.
Here we go. Elzar and Loden.
What you tell me? Loden Greatstorm's on here? These are A-list celebrities in the High Republic. Okay?
Yeah, just because you don't read the books doesn't mean, anyway.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Feltapern Travag, which is maybe one of the greatest Star Wars names I've ever heard. And that's saying something. Who is this guy? If it
hurts to say, that's how you know it's good,
Oh, he's a Cantina patron. He's the Godol in the Cantina.
The Godol?
He didn't have a lot of backstory in either. I mean, like, he has more backstory than he should in both canon and legends, but not crazy anything. I think he was trying to romance a woman named Miyum Uth, I think is her name. Onith. I think in Legends he was some sort of tax collector or something like that.
Ooh, we don't like tax collectors, folks. No, we don't.
Yeah, I don't really care. Like, I'd say like C because but
I'd say A just because he's one of the classic species, like that Cantina, like we see those all the time, but I'm fine with, I don't know, I'm fine with either.
Jacob, do you care? I'm thinking of putting him in B unless you care, Jacob.
The call is yours, truly.
Okay, I'm gonna put him in B. Crook, who is, I'd say, other than Elzar and Loden, one of the least Glupshidos on this list. If Jared were here, he'd be ranting with me. Crook is one of the best Jedi in Legends. He lives from the prequel era to, like, he's a Jedi in the prequel era alongside, like, Anakin and Obi-Wan. But he lives like hundreds of years, so he eventually is like the Grand Master of the Jedi Order by the time that Anakin's like great grandson Cade is alive.
Wow,
this guy's a fucking legend. He survives not one but 2 Jedi purges. Love this guy. I'm not sure if he's a. It's weird because like he's a Glup. Was he a Glupshido in Legends? Maybe not. That could be debated. But, like, he's not getting any new stories anytime soon. He's not canon, from what I understand. So, like, if he counts as a Glupshido is kind of murky. But let's see. No, he's Legends. Also, his species name is maybe one of the greatest Star Wars species names of all time. His species is called a Whipped, which is just fantastic.
Wonderful.
I'd say Kukruk around A, if not higher.
I'll give him A. I'll concede A. I'll admit I don't know who he is, and so your impassioned speech is wonderful. You convinced me that he needs to go high up. I don't know if I'd say he's not a Glupshido because I don't know, man. Are there any Crook books out there? You know, I'm not trying to make like a pun or anything, either a word.
No. I'm trying to remember exactly how. Oh, he was in. Oh, duh. He was in Tartakovsky Clone Wars. Duh.
Oh yes, okay, all right. I'd say he counts as personally. I'd say he counts as a Glupshido, but that's because I haven't read any of his extended stories and stuff like that.
No, he was in Tartakovsky Clone Wars. He's one of the Jedi who got their ass beat by Grievous on Hyperion.
Right.
But he survived, even though it looked like he died. Anyway, Kralla. Oh my God, Kralla is in Connect Star Wars.
Wait.
Kralla is in Connect Star Wars and one comic issue. That's literally the extent.
Okay, that's pretty. I do.
That is the gluppiest of shitos.
I do love some. I do really love some. I love me some Star Wars Connect.
Connect Star Wars was pretty peak. I missed that game. I don't have the ability to play it anymore. Yeah,
I know. There's so many like lost Star Wars video games, man.
Getting that to that.
I never had the Wii, but I know there was like a Wii or a Wii U. I can't remember something. A lightsaber dueling game with the Wii and the remotes and everything. Man, I wish I feel like
Kralla, although obscure, might even be a little too obscure. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. But like,
I hear you.
She's not even really a character.
She had a Rancor that she liked. That's all the Wikipedia says.
I'm looking at it too.
She told the Rancor to leave. I mean, I'm really, really, really wondering what the rationale was. Like, I feel like whoever made this tier list just take random characters out of a bucket.
It was like legitimately like an online RNG generator. Okay, Kralla's in this.
I don't know. I want to give her due and stuff like that, but
I'm thinking like C.
I was thinking C.
You know, she is in Connect Star Wars, which I will always have a soft spot for. So I think I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah. If I was C for Connect Star Wars, right? Can you spell with a C?
Yeah.
Sure.
It was spelled with a K, I believe.
You know it is. I know.
Very, very, very early.
We have Lack Sivrak.
Oh, S tier immediately.
The OG. Oh, I forgot.
The Wolfman.
Yeah, I forgot that also Sivrak was also a rebel pilot in Endor. I totally forgot about that. Got an extensive Legends history. Still canon, obviously. Yeah, I think like any of the OG can't.
Even though he was replaced in the special editions and stuff, they replaced Lax of Rack, which again, I am a big. That's the one special edition change that I am not for. I want the Wolfman back.
Yeah,
I am a special edition purist, but yeah, there we go.
But he's a Sivrak truther. But yeah, I think at least A. Jacob, do you want to go up to S or?
Oh man,
the Wolfman.
I think A tier. Is all right compared to who we have in S tier.
We have one of the most controversial characters in Legends, Luke Skywalker.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to think about this guy. I have so many questions, and yet I don't want them to be answered.
Who technically could be canon, but anyway, that's a whole other bag of worms.
Shit. Yeah.
But I'm not like there are some ideas that Timothy Zahn has contributed to Star Wars. Obviously, Thrawn and everybody around him that I love, and there are some other ideas that Timothy Zahn has contributed to Star Wars that I am, let's say, not as enthusiastic about.
Yeah, no, this is one of those embarrassed to be a Star Wars fan facts kind of thing. No, not to be that guy, but like how like a lot of us are embarrassed to be Americans right now. Like, I mean, this is one of those things when people find out about, you try to explain this to like a person who isn't consumed with Star Wars, and they're like,
so Luke had a clone?
You like this, huh? You like this, huh? Okay, and he had 2 U's in his name? Okay.
Like,
yeah,
I even know,
can
like,
take this seriously.
Like even people who, like, I think about people like my dad, for instance, who are, lifelong Star Wars fans, saw the movies when they came out in the theaters back in the 70s, 80s, I know a lot of people like that even who do consider themselves big fans who would also probably like vomit blood and try to cut me off from Star Wars forever if I tried to sit them down or like, hey, let me tell you about Luke Skywalker. This is really cool and you should totally pay attention to me right now.
Yeah,
like,
I think Luke Skywalker deserves a D.
Like, sent to rehab
second D
I don't even know.
Honestly.
Yeah, D. I say D.
Melas, who I have no idea who this is. This requires a Wikipedia.
Oh, that's one of the Cantina patrons.
Another one,
I believe.
A Sarkhan is the species. Yeah, this just looks like a lump to me. I think that's because the picture on the canon Wikipedia page was poorly lit. But yeah, no, they're smoking a pipe.
Yeah, they're cool dude. They're wearing a beret.
Yeah, I don't really care. Like, I think I'd put them like B or C. But if anybody else has like,
I'd be okay with B or C. It's just the Cantina's got a lot of fun people in it, but I mean, there's like 500 fun people in the Cantina. So.
Jacob, any higher than C? Do you feel?
I think C is fine.
All right. Odan who is a Legends Jedi from the Old Republic. He's like infamous. Oh, he's canon too. Holy crap! Through some reference stuff. Yeah, he was very famous in like not in like the fandom, but in like the Legends universe. In the universe, he was very famous. I forgot he lived for over 1,000 years. He was kind of like the Yoda of the Old Republic a little bit, sort of, except for not really. He was a Drathos. I wish we had Jared on for this because he knows more about Odan than I do, but I don't really care. I think B would be good for Odan, maybe A. I could be convinced. I think A actually for Odan. Is anybody else like?
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah.
He's a Jedi, and he's cool. Pasel Argente, who's one of the leaders of the Separatist Council. I believe he's the Corporate Alliance guy.
Sounds right.
Yeah, he's the Corporate Alliance guy. He's the Corporate Alliance guy. Vader killed him on Mustafar, along with all the other Separatist leaders.
Yeah.
Pasel Argente. And Poe Nudo, we can actually also kind of lump in with him, because although he wasn't a leader of any like corporation or anything, he was an Oculish senator who also joined the Separatist Council. So
yeah,
great name too, Poe Nudo.
Poe Nudo is great. Great name.
Also, Argente's last name, if you take away the E, that literally means money in French.
Oh, well,
and I'm pretty sure
that's subtle.
It means silver or something. I'm not sure, but I know. French
that's
Spanish,
subtle.
Pastel Argente sounds like something I would order at a very fancy restaurant. Honestly, like a very fancy Italian restaurant. Yeah, so they have very good Pastel Argente there.
Like George Lucas prequel era character names that are just subtle as a sledgehammer.
I would say
those are my absolute favorite.
I would say Argente and Nudo both at B, but I'm willing to fudge.
B's fine. I'd even be okay with C. I mean, Poe Nudo can go to B. Frankly, Pastel Argente, fine character, whatever. I just have never been in love with the design of those aliens. It just feels very like, yeah, Pam Green put a horn on his head.
Yeah, I think Ponudo's got more sauce for sure. I'm cool with that.
Way more sauce with Ponudo.
Yeah, okay.
Also sounds like something you might order at a restaurant.
Ponudo?
Yeah.
I'll take the Ponudo.
Yeah, the Ponudo.
We have Rang Thang, Oh Black Betty.
Rang Thang.
See, I'm not going to look this up on my own because it's so small on my screen.
Rang Thang is a DJ who was in an episode of the Clone Wars and then subsequently appeared on posters in many episodes of the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels. And that's literally all we know.
There we go. I'm willing to go high on this one. I love whenever there's I don't remember the technical name for it, Eli, in cinema. I'm sure you might. But when there's the music within Star Wars, you know what I mean?
Diegetic music.
I always love the diegetic music so much. So I could put him at A tier maybe.
I was going to go C.
I understand if you guys are like, it's just a DJ.
You know what? I'll split the difference. Let's put him in B.
All right, I'm cool with that.
Saucerhead, apparently one of the people who they just forgot to. Oh no, this guy's literally just named Saucerhead. He's in Solo.
Oh.
He's one of the people in. He's one of the people in the Vandor in 4th episode.
I tell you, the goddamn, I don't know, man. What era of fans? The era of fans that grew up in the 80s who just called everything what it looked like are like,
and Hammerhead.
Hammerhead. Oh yeah. Here's a pig nose and butt face. Yeah, let's go. I mean, it's just Anyway, you're ruining everything. Stop it. Stop calling. Give them actual names.
I love that you picked the Flip Show list, Gerry, because we get such phenomenal sentences like on this guy's Wikipedia page. During the game, Saucerhead took notice of fellow players Susant Volupicite and Karge, who sat next to him while losing the game to Han Solo.
Saucerhead. And that was was that his government name, Saucerhead?
He doesn't have any alternate name on his Wikipedia page, so
that's his Christian name.
Yeah. Two words. Saucerhead.
Saucerhead. Yeah. I don't know.
B for at least the name. I think the name.
The name and the look. Yeah. But I still say that Gen X fans are ruining this franchise. So anyway, let's go.
Jacob's gonna love it. Jacob, just take over for this one.
Oh my! I'm trying to zoom all the way in because I can't. Shaggy. Shaggy. How are we? I mean, dude, it's been a minute since I've seen the Tartakovsky Clone Wars. I can't remember how big of a role he actually plays.
He's very scared of Grievous on Ipori and then rushes out to play. He's very scared of Grievous on Ipori. He's a Jedi Padawan. He's based off of Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. He rushes out
straight up
like rash a la Anakin at the end of episode 2 to face Dooku. But instead of Dooku just kicking his ass slowly, Grievous literally just stomps on him.
Literally he just smashes him.
Oh gosh! Yeah.
Turns him into a fine mist. So
that's his entire story.
I mean, I think he's a bit of an icon, a little bit more of a cult figure. Some of the other ones we have up in the S tier, A tier, a little bit more well known. He's not on the level of, Coleman Trebor or Ben Quadraneros.
So you're thinking A?
I mean, that being said, someone had to get folded in half and, I don't know, put in a blender and flushed down a toilet to show how horrifying Grievous is in this show.
True.
And unfortunately, it was him. I don't know. I'm curious to see what you guys think. I really am. I don't. A, S, whatever we're thinking.
I was thinking around B, but if you want to do A, that's fine with me.
I would second A just because I remember being so psyched for this when it came out, the series, and that episode did go like, wow, this dude's gonna be in Revenge of the Sith. What the hell? And then we got Revenge of the Sith, and he was a little different, but not as silent as he was in there, and he coughed a lot more. But we found out why because of the Tartakovsky Clone Wars.
Gerry, I'm going to steal something from Bombadcast a little bit. I'm going to use my veto power. CO Bibble is an S tier. Next up, Snook or Kufe.
Whoa.
Wow, CO Bibble. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
If look,
All that for CO Bibble, huh?
Veto destruction can mean only one thing: invasion.
I was gonna say, you know all his lines, and that's because of how iconic Oliver Ford Davies delivered them.
Well, he's not a glove shido. That's the main character of the Phantom Menace you got up there.
Chancellor Palpatine will need your help. After 4 trials, Newt Gunray is still the Viceroy of the Trade Federation. You know all his lines, and that's because.
Where's my Rick O'Lee? Where's Rick O'Lee here? I guess that's where I want to. That's what I want to know. We're talking exposition, guys. Where's my Rick O'Lee? That's what I want.
And like, if you guys want CO Bibble any lower, but like, honestly, what an icon.
I'm fine with S tier.
I won't come between you and CO Bibble if that's how you feel.
You can have Star Wars Colonel Sanders. It's fine. Yeah, we're good.
The number of times in my head, like, I've repeated myself, negotiation. We've lost all forms of communication, and where are the Chancellor's ambassadors? Okay, Snook Corfei, which sounds like a Star Wars character, dear Lord. Is he another Cantina guy? No,
he's like a Star Wars character made up a name for another Star Wars character. Is what it sounds like.
Yeah, he's one of the patrons at Canto Bite in Last Jedi. Not much is known about him other than that he was at Canto Bite.
You know what? I don't know. I love the design. So he goes, and with me, creatures and stuff like that. Yeah, he's an on up there. He's kind of got like that, like the mole, like a mole kind of nose looking thing going on here. Although he is not, an empire supporting mole, like what's his name from the Kenobi series? Freck. Yeah. I just don't even keep that guy's name in my head anymore. That. Anyway, Trump supporter. Anyway, so
yeah, screw him.
I don't know. I say pretty high. I don't know if I'd go quite S tier, but I love the design, and that's my 2 cents on it.
I'd go B, but if anybody else wants to argue higher or lower,
I'll go B, A. I think. I don't know.
Does he do anything?
No, he doesn't really do. No, he doesn't do it. He's just kind of there. Anyway,
we're going by beauty alone.
Thok, who is one of the Gamorrean. I don't know if he actually has like.
I'm sorry,
but I know that Thok is one of the playable characters in Masters of Terras Kasi.
Yes.
What? Oh my god, dude.
Listen. I tore up some Masters of the Terras Kasi back in high school, man. That's one of those games that
he's a whole background in Legends, probably mostly due to Masters of Terras Kasi.
Not as good as Horror, but
not as good as Horror. That's not a joke, Jacob. The other one is named Hor, Hoar.
It is a Tusken Raider named Hor.
The Tusken Raider's Hor, right?
Tusken Raider named Hor, a Tusken Raider named Hor, and
Thok, yeah.
It was the 90s.
It was the 90s. I think just because of how legendary Masters of Terras Kasi is, I gotta go A.
For Thok, and Thok was thick with 2 C's. We gotta say, I don't know. He's chunky. He's a chunky guy. I mean, most Gamorreans are. I mean, I guess A would be again that's going from that, but I'd be okay with a lower tier as well. Yeah, I wasn't a Thok main back in the day because I was too busy. I was like 16 years old, so I wanted to be Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, maybe B. Jacob, do you care?
We'd go with B. That works.
All right, Twitch, who by the graphics alone looks like he's from KOTOR. I believe he might be the head yeah. Oh no, he was in the dueling ring. I thought he was going to be in the racing. No, he was one of the pleb duelers that you could easily beat as Revan in the very beginning of KOTOR 1.
CEO of Twitch.com? Really?
CEO of Twitch.com, yeah. I love KOTOR. This guy is a nothing character. He's not even Bendak Starkiller. So, who's the champ of the dueling ring. So, I'm be okay with C.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'll go with C. I would even say D because, fuck CEOs. So
This is one of my favorite Star Wars names of all time. Vodo Siosk Boss, who is the master of one Exar Kun in Legends. One of the most infamous Sith Lords of all time. Jedi turned Sith Lords of all time. Inventor of the double-bladed lightsaber.
Oh,
Vodo Siosk
okay.
Boss was a Jedi weapon master. He didn't actually use a lightsaber. He had this like staff. It was like a wooden staff, but it also could deflect lightsabers. And he eventually, when Exar Kun turned to the dark side, he like faced his old apprentice in a duel, and it was like a legendary duel. Kun eventually won, but Boss's spirit haunted his Kun for the next like several years. This is in the Old Republic. This is like 4,000 years. This is obviously Legends in like 4,000 years before the films. I think a few dozen years before KOTOR. I love the character's design and name, so I go with an A. But yeah, I love Vodo Siosk Boss. Again, another one like Odeon, that if Jared was here, he'd have many opinions on.
Right. I don't know much about any of that, so I'm willing to secede this to you.
His name is Vodo Siosk. I mean, like, come on.
It's a good name.
It's a we have Wham or Wam Lufba, who is who is like a bounty hunter president in Jabba's palaces who's a Yuzum. I think he's just kind of there.
Is he a Yuzum, just like Zhao Yaoza? Because I was thinking, I spent this entire time thinking that this was Zhao Yaoza, and I was about to go immediate S tier. But that he is the same species, though, I have to give my boys some love. I would say S tier, but I know I'm going to be the only one because, I just, listen, I love the Yuzums.
Yeah, I love Yuzums. I love the design. I don't know about S tier, but I think A tier possibly, might be
I'll
be
take
fitting,
that. Yeah, I'm going to go with A tier.
This is not Zhao Yaoza. I will allow it.
Zhao Yaoza would have deserved an S tier. Don't get me wrong. We have Wed 15. Read that off to me. Give me a second. ST68. Who is a Wed droid. I want to see if it's a. It's the Wed droid that's on sale.
I was gonna say that's
the same one that R2 and R5 D4 are on, but he gets destroyed by the Empire when they look for R2 and 3PO. I mean, like, again, he's just in the background. I'd say B, maybe.
I'll go B. Yeah, just for the history alone, Yeah.
Jacob, do you care?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
And finally, this list taking a little longer than I thought it was going to. The infamous Zuckuss, who I think, good friend of the show, Jerry Sibling Cooper, would probably kill us for putting any lower than at least B, but I think we probably should put Zuckuss A for just to be safe.
Yeah, listen, I love my sibling. We were roommates for no time, but it felt like forever. So yeah, you know what? I concede Zuckuss. I'd even say I'd be okay with S tier. Zuckuss is a pretty good arc of the comics. Okay, that's fair.
Zuckuss also does speak in the third person, which is very funny.
Yes, so Zuckuss could have said the exact thing you just said. Zuckuss does speak in the third person.
Glup shittos in a galaxy. All right, that was a fun one. That was just random as all hell. Thanks for recommending that.
I have a lot of thoughts on weirdos. So I apologize for the length.
No worries about it. Jacob, I'll go to you next. Which list do you want to do?
Well, we do lightsabers. Yeah, here. Let me slide
and
that.
So I think I know which one we're gonna do.
Missing my favorite lightsaber, though. All right.
So it's a good list at all.
Here we go. Ultimate lightsaber tier list. This is not just the lightsaber tier list. This is the ultimate lightsaber tier list. I'm going to make some just quick modifications to this because it had an F tier, which we like to just do the 5 tiers. All right, and
we don't do those here.
All right. So that first one, I'm almost 100% sure is the classic Return of the Jedi Skywalker, like Luke Skywalker lightsaber, that iconic green. If anybody says anything other than S tier, I might have some problems.
It's going to be hard to find it. I don't know, because there are a lot of pretty great designs here, but I'd go S tier for that.
Yeah, there are. But like the design and the history, yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
I believe these curved two lightsabers, I believe that's Ventress.
No, those are not. That is Ahsoka's. Those are Ahsoka's lightsabers in Rebels, and
I was gonna say that.
Wait,
as
are you sure?
Fulcrum and later on, those are her the two white lightsabers.
That's her
those are her lightsabers from the Clone Wars.
That's her like Shoto ones, yeah,
Ventress's
like
are down at the
the.
bottom.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
So I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of these white Ahsoka lightsabers. I think they're absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. No, I like it. I would put Ahsoka as an S.
The white color for her character. Yeah. I mean, I feel like we have to be a little careful because I want to put almost all of these in S. But if that's what we're feeling, that's what we're feeling.
I want to put Ahsoka as an S, or maybe
the curtain was S.
Yeah, I would say Ahsoka's Clone Wars lightsabers I'd put in A.
Yeah, A or B. Yeah, they're okay. They're just very basic.
They're good, but like
they're like I like the design. It's clean. It's nice.
Let's go.
But they don't have the same sort of significance to her story and who she becomes symbolically. I think the way that her later lightsabers.
Let's be honest. It would be doing a disservice to the character and, of course, the weapon if we put. I know we've been putting a lot already, but like. We gotta put Kylo Ren's lightsaber in S, right?
I mean,
I disagree strongly. I disagree.
For the
history, I know you do. I know you.
For the history, maybe stuff like that. I like that. It's one of the. So it was like our first like crazy new design that we got.
Yeah.
After the Disney acquisition, so it's got like a lot of like behind it.
I'll give you that.
But I like the vents and stuff. I liked the the little Quinlins, the little on the side, or Quillians or whatever you call it. But you know what? It ain't pretty, and it's not supposed to be. Like that's part of its thing.
Yeah.
So I'd go A or B, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
A.
I think if we want, I think A. I think I'll go A as well because I mean my rationale again is I'm not a fan of the cross guards quite as much. Maybe they're right. I'm not sure how I feel about them. Again, Gerry, like you said, it's ugly, but it's sort of supposed to be. And in those ways, it does reflect his character, but it's just not as nice, in my opinion.
I don't think there's a lightsaber that better encapsulates the character of the person who wields it than Kylo's lightsaber.
That is true.
I would say that
does deserve some credit.
Return of the Jedi gives it a run for its money, but yeah. All right, the next one. Again, I'm learning I'm pretty bad at identifying lightsabers, except for like really iconic ones.
I think
what
does
that one look like?
That's Anakin's from Attack of the Clones.
Oh, that's Anakin's clone's lightsaber. I would say B, maybe. Maybe
I'd say B. Because it's like we're almost to that, the classic saber and stuff like that, like the Skywalker saber. Isn't it amazing how much we put on the Skywalker saber, and it really was like not in that many movies until like the sequel trilogy, right? Like,
well, no, it was in 3 films before, and then 3 in, right?
I know. Well, I'm just saying it's funny because like before the Clone Wars and stuff, we've got like this Excalibur that is from Anakin, but we really only saw him wield it in one movie there for a little bit.
That's true. I see what you're saying.
That's what I go B. I go B because it's almost there, but it's not quite.
Yeah. What is this one?
That looks like generic lightsaber number 2.
Give me a second.
That's some Jedi's lightsaber. It must be.
Is that Ki-Adi-Mundi's?
It's not Windu.
Maybe
actually.
I'm reverse Google search. I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but I'm doing like this Google Lens sort of thing.
It's not Ki-Adi-Mundi's, although he has a pretty classic looking design.
I think. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what this is. This looks like a.
There's a style of lightsaber that is just like background Jedi lightsaber, and that is that.
I think it should be like
And that is
D.
exactly what it is.
C or D. Yeah. I mean D tier, honestly. Yeah, it's just like this is just like the ones they hand out, you know.
Yeah.
Like they had those extras just lying around. They threw them towards Kenobi and Anakin in the arena. You know, it's that style lightsaber.
Same, by the way, with this green one and this blue purplish one, or maybe that's Mace Windu. I don't think it is though. I don't think that's Mace Windu. I think these are two generic ones as well, which I'd put them in D. Are you both okay with that?
Let me confirm that because I have a better need to tab over, but I have a.
I was gonna say I'm looking for Windu's. I don't think that one is, but I can't really tell from here.
I think this is Mace Windu's.
That one is Leia's saber, I believe.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
This is Mace Windu's saber. That is Mace Windu's saber. The one my mouse is over. That is Mace Windu's saber. I'm sure of it.
Yes.
Man, I really wish they like listed what they are underneath.
I know, yeah.
Or if I can.
Were there two of the same one?
Is Palpatine's on here? I don't think it is, but I would hope that hoped that it was.
Do either of you recognize what this one is?
Okay, when you say, I can't tell. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh my gosh, it's the one that snaps. Is that like an Old Republic lightsaber? Maybe. I don't know, but it looks very familiar. Is it like?
It does. I'm legitimately Googling lightsaber that snaps. Gerry, anything that?
Not really. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, wait.
I'm trying to.
Wait a second. I think I know what this is. This is Vision Ray's lightsaber.
From.
Oh, is that what it is? That's an odd picture.
It is, but I'm almost certain that's what it is. Yeah, this is the dark side.
Yeah, wait, I'm finding it on Wikipedia. Is that? Yeah, that is Dark Ray's lightsaber.
Cool design, mainly in the gimmick of it, but
I think it's B, maybe A.
I'd say B.
I would put it in I would put it all the way down in C. Like I feel like it's just like it doesn't really have that much significance. It shows up for a tiny amount of time. Personally,
yeah, it's all gimmick. It's all gimmick because it's just like basically hinged.
Yeah. I don't care. I feel like putting the dark saber in anything but the S tier, kind of like, and Megdal would kill us, but
yeah, dark saber.
Dark saber.
I love the dark saber. It's one of the coolest designs.
Not to oversaturate the S tier. The first ever lightsaber, Count Dooku, I believe, deserves an S tier as well.
I was gonna say S tier because I remember like seeing that for the first time, like when the toys were released, and like just like seeing the curve with the little like bayonet type thing on it. I was like, what is going on? This is so cool.
Very well.
It's iconic.
Yes.
It is.
Do either of you recognize this one?
This is Ezra Bridger's second lightsaber, his green-bladed lightsaber from season 2.
I was gonna say it's the old combo Skywalker. Yeah. The old Skywalker combo looks like both of them smashed together.
It's a little bit generic.
And then Sabine's first, basically, right?
Yeah. So it's a little bit. I'll give you. It's a bit generic, but I do want to make the case that it represents his development, given that you see the shades of Kanan's lightsaber, which is also here somewhere. I don't know which.
Yeah, I think it's just after the Inquisitor lightsaber, I believe.
Like, it's got a little bit of that dish, rounded going on. Yeah, Kanan's lightsaber is, I think, four to the right of that, and you can see the similarity of how Ezra's sort of
and then
taking after
of course,
elements of his master and mentor.
And then, of course, representing Sabine's legacy, carrying on from Ezra, picking up where he left off as well, on the mission to Peridia to find him.
Yeah.
I'd say A, but that's just me.
I would honestly give it more like a B. Like, it's a little bit like it's got a lot of the Obi-Wan in there as well. The second Luke, like, it's sort of taking from a lot of. It's sort of just a mashup of all the interesting.
I was gonna say it's just like, let's take all the pieces of the ones that we like, and put it together is what it feels like. Yeah, I'd say B.
But it was before he really met Obi-Wan, so when he constructed it, so it doesn't exactly,
All right, so this is Ezra's blaster saber, which I love.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously,
I
crushed
absolutely
on
love his
Malachor.
blaster saber, dude.
I love the industrial stapler saber. I love it.
Yeah, it's so
I
cool.
love the staple gun saber. I'd S tier or A. I'd be okay with that.
I could go with A, I think, if we're feeling A more. But I mean, it is a great one. It fits his character so well.
Yeah.
Come on,
looking at right now.
It's basic
the Skywalker saber. Yeah.
It's basic.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's got to be S tier.
We get excommunicated if we don't put it in S tier. So
yeah.
The design is like iconic. The design is pretty good, but yeah, it's the
Giraflex camera. It's one of the most iconic weapons in cinematic history.
This is the cleanest one of all of them, I think. Personally, it's just like a nice, clean design. Well, no, I'm sorry. I was talking about the Excalibur one, but like,
moving on. Yeah, it is quite clean. I've never been a fan of like the black ridges that they put around a lot of these classic lightsabers. It really doesn't do it for me. But regardless, it's a great design.
It's a classic.
Controversial opinion.
It is a classic.
Some people, I'm sure, is what I'm going to say right now. I don't care. The Inquisitor copter sabers are S fucking tier. I love these things.
Okay, when Rebels came out, when I was first watching Rebels, as a, older elementary schooler, the younger middle schooler, like I thought the Inquisitor's lightsaber I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was obsessed with the spinning lightsabers. Even when the saber copter came out, I was like, okay, that's fine. I can work with that. But really, those first couple of seasons of seeing, the Grand Inquisitor and especially the Seventh Sister just absolutely go to town with those things. I don't know how I feel about it now, but at the time it made quite an impression on me. So I'll give it a little bit of love for that.
I would concede. Yeah, I was gonna say what tier are you thinking?
Sorry,
I could go C. I feel like it's been sort of, at this point, they feel a little bit ubiquitous and played out with how much we've gotten from the Inquisitors. Maybe it just feels that way because we rewatched Kenobi in the not too distant past and everything, but I'm not sure where
Gerry?
that's at this point.
I mean, I don't know if I'd put it all the way down at C, A or B.
Okay, we'll do.
I would go with. I was gonna say you can see the A. I was a cynical adult when these things came out, and I loved the thought of it. The copter thing got me a little grumpy and stuff like that at first, but then like after I realized that Star Wars doesn't need my physics, I was okay, And
I will say as well,
quickly grew on me.
Yeah, this is specifically the Grand Inquisitors, it looks like, but I do also like the fact that in Rebels especially, each successive Inquisitor kind of had their own version of the spinny saber that they had to spin on. Like the Seventh Sisters was a very curvy and elegant with those the curved spines and the engravings on it. The Fifth Brothers was kind of bigger and chunkier, which I was a fan of that as well. That they sort of didn't make them all the same, but sort of a twist on the same design.
Right.
What do we have next? Is that Kanan's?
Yes, that's Kanan's.
If it were up to me, I'd put this in S tier. This is probably my favorite lightsaber, to be honest. There's just something about the design that just does it for me. The fact that he can take it apart and wear it like parts on his belt as well, I think that's just fantastic. And once again, it sort of is representative of his soul and his character and the way that he walks the Jedi path. Hiding in plain sight, running from his past, until he finally puts it back together and embraces that again. I find it so beautiful.
I'd say about B, maybe.
B. I'll split the difference and say A. I like the. It was an interesting design because you have the let's take it apart and put it together aspect of it, which he doesn't do too often in the show outside of the first season, But like that first episode where he just takes it out and puts it on. He's like, I'm about to let everyone in on the secret, kid. It's such a great moment, and just absolutely
super fucking memorable.
Yeah.
To this, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. I believe this is Obi-Wan's second lightsaber.
Yes.
Yes.
From Clones and Sith, I believe that's what it is. I'd say it's pretty iconic. I'd say A, personally, but
I like how skinny it gets at the top. It does something a little bit different.
I like it. I always like these like kind of dish sabers, like like Luke's final saber and stuff, which is clearly probably going after Obi-Wan, or trying to be like Obi-Wan. Yeah, I'd go A.
All right, I believe this is Obi-Wan's first lightsaber, which I think, like Ahsoka, is kind of like just a downgraded version of his second one. So I'd go B for it.
Yeah, I think B. Maybe even C is fine. Like, it really doesn't.
Yeah,
do a lot. That being said, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna let you finish, man. Go ahead. Yeah.
That being said, I do love sort of, if we look at them side by side, the development of, Obi-Wan's first lightsaber. First of all, I love the sort of the rounded. I'm not sure if it's the pommel or the power cell or whatever, but that little rounded part on the end is really cool. But it really does look a lot like Qui-Gon's lightsaber, which is a few to the left, I think, on this grid. And then you can see how when he constructs his second lightsaber, he sort of, that's when he's created more of his own identity, and he's matured more, and we see that in the way that his lightsaber, now looks completely different. But the first time around, when he's a Padawan, he's right there modeling it after Qui-Gon. So I'm a fan of that, at least.
Yeah, I was gonna say I really fucked with this when I was a kid, when Phantom Menace came out, and it's really good, but it's not. I like where he lands better than this one. What tier were y'all thinking?
I was thinking B.
I was thinking like C, to be honest.
B or C, I'd be okay with. B or C, I'm okay. I was gonna say we haven't really christened C with anything.
I like Leia's lightsaber a lot from The Rise of Skywalker. I would put it in A. I understand if people would want to put it lower.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like for me, I have a hard time putting it high up because it's not one of great significance story-wise in my mind, the way that some of these other ones are. That being said, the design I think is fantastic.
You'll take both sabers to Exegol, finish what Leia started. Like, it has story significance.
I mean, yeah, but like Leia deciding not to be a Jedi, like we only get it in that one movie. It's sort of.
I get what you're saying. There's not like it was more like we were told this was a big thing than.
Yeah. That being said, yeah, I'm a big fan of the design though. I think it incorporates, it reminds one of, Luke's, Obi-Wan's, but it's very, very distinctive and undeniably Leia's at the same time visually.
Yeah.
Which I do like, and I do wish that we got to see more of Jedi Leia in the sequels.
It's a very elegant design, I think.
Absolutely.
As well, like we talk about the elegant weapon for a civilized age. This actually looks elegant. Like I don't know. I'd go A or B tier for it, frankly. I just like just for the design alone.
If you guys both think A tier, I won't stop you.
All right.
That could be appropriate.
I have one thing to say to y'all about this next one. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, is it Darth? Oh, it's Darth Maul.
You can practically
corn on the cob.
Exactly. Like, come on, this is S tier, right?
Yeah.
The first double-ended lightsaber in Star Wars.
Yeah, I'll give it that. I was saying we've gotten a lot more interesting designs, especially his second one is a little more interesting. But just for the sheer history of it and stuff, I go S tier.
It's unmistakable. It's absolutely unmistakable, and I mean, that moment when he brings it out is still.
It's iconic.
It's still. I remember seeing the trailer and just losing my mind.
Yeah. When
that happened. It was like, what? They could do that? Whoa.
Just the introduction of the double-bladed lightsaber. People love that shit, People really do.
Give me a second. So
Truly.
I'm trying to load this up. You guys recognize this next one because it's Qui-Gon's.
I was gonna say I think it's Qui-Gon's, and Qui-Gon's. I don't know. his is like not like any other lightsaber I've ever seen. It's a lot less metal and a lot more of the whatever the black material is.
Yeah.
And I kind of dig that because that's Qui-Gon is against the grain, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I was just gonna say that it looks kind of plasticky, but I like what you just said, Gerry. I think you're absolutely right. It is befitting that he, you know, swims upstream and does something very different.
Right.
I like it. I still kind of put it in B, but that's just me.
I would concede B. I would give B or A for me. So
I don't know this next one.
Yeah,
B is all right. B is all right.
I'm gonna reverse image search it right now. Let's see what we got.
It's nice. I don't hate it.
Let's check what this is. Let's check what pleasantly surprised that Google. Oh, god damn it. Oh, god damn it. You both are going to hate this so much, as you should. This is the lightsaber of Revan.
Lightsaber of Revan. I'm not very
She had a lightsaber?
Revan's supposed to too.
Yeah, she had a lightsaber. I would put this in C tier maybe because, like, I love the KOTOR games. Revan is actually, ironically, not one of my favorite parts of those games. And I don't associate that much with this lightsaber. Now, if we had Jared on, I'm guessing this might end up a little higher. But as for right now, I'd say B or C for me. B at the highest.
I'd honestly say C or D. This just looks like the generic base lightsaber, like for background Jedi, you know, to me.
So we're going C? Jacob,
yeah, I can go C. I can go C with that, yeah.
All right. This one I also don't recognize, but let me reverse image search.
Wait. Let me try.
It's way too small on my screen here. Yeah, I can't really.
It looks very familiar, but I can't place it.
Yeah.
I think it might be Old Republic as well. It's definitely Old Republic.
It is. It's Darth Revan. It's this one. I guess that one was. I guess this one was Jedi Revan, and this is Darth Revan. Either way, C tier.
It's got some spikes on it. That's how you know they're evil, right? So.
Yeah. Either of you disagree with C tier?
No, it's just let's put them together. They're good.
Till the day I die, y'all. This one's going in A tier at least. I think A tier actually. Yeah, I think A tier. I'd maybe argue for S tier, but I totally understand that probably neither of you go for this. Do you both recognize this one?
Is that Rey's?
This is Rey Skywalker's lightsaber. This is the yellow one that she makes at the end on Tatooine, which I love the design, incorporating pieces of her quarterstaff into it. The yellow blade, the first live-action yellow lightsaber ever on screen, representation of her new and old identities forged together, the ultimate culmination of the sequel trilogy, and one of my favorite scenes in Star Wars history. A at least.
I would be okay with A at least. I mean, I'd be okay as high as you wanted. Honestly, I think it's an interesting design. I like the turn wheel, the wheel to activate switch. I think that's interesting. I like the incorporation of her. I remember like the big thing was she's gonna make a double-bladed lightsaber out of her quarterstaff. She's gonna make a double-bladed lightsaber, and I love that she didn't do the staff saber. I love that she just did a saber, but she just incorporated her personality into it. So yeah, I'd say anywhere up there at the top, I'm fine with S or A, whatever.
I think A
Jacob?
for me.
Yeah, okay. A. I think I might know what this next one is, but I'm gonna reverse image search just to make sure. I think this might be the Temple Guard's lightsaber, but I'm not sure about that.
It kind of looks like that, from what I can see.
Yeah, it's the Temple Guard lightsaber, which is also a yellow lightsaber, but I think less iconic. I would say B, but that's just me.
Yeah, I'd say B or C. I was gonna say that's the first true hinged lightsaber, right? Because those were like hinged in the Clone Wars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacob, B or C? What do you think?
I could go for B. I like these.
All right. I don't know what this one is. I thought I might know what this one is, but let me check anyway. Or maybe that's probably what this is, honestly. Give me a second. I think the first one and the last one here might be the same, or maybe like. Oh, this is Vader. Never mind. This is Vader. This is Vader.
Is it Vader? Oh, that is Vader, isn't it? Okay.
Vader. I would say B, maybe A. B. A.
I'd give it B because, quite honestly, it doesn't show much imagination. I mean, Anakin's just like, I'm just gonna make my other saber set more black.
I mean, Vader's an iconic character, but I don't think it's because of the lightsaber. I think it's because of, frankly, everything else.
Yeah, I think this is back when they were like, oh, lightsabers all pretty much look the same. You know, they didn't quite know like how diversified they were going to be. So yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Jacob, B.
Yeah, we can go with B.
These are Ventresses. I know these are Ventresses.
Yeah. Okay, these are
sabers.
And I'm gonna say S tier, frankly, because I fell in love with the curved handle, the curved hilt with Dooku, but when Ventress was released in Tartakovsky's Clone Wars, just the reveal of those sabers and how they were more like, I liked kind of the look there where it was more like just black ribbon tied onto them. It was a little more like anime looking and stuff, but I still like. I like the design. I like the way she uses them. These are the ones that she can even put them together for kind of a weird, curvy, double-bladed, kind of thing.
She only really does that in the Clone Wars film, and then they get split in half and never does that again.
Yeah, but you can do that, so we know it. So
I would say S as well. I'm a huge fan.
I would say B.
All right, we just both different put them in A.
Do A. Yeah, I'd give you A. I like these.
I know these last two. This is Mace Windu. I know this is Mace Windu because there's that Electrum finish.
Yeah, I do like the gold accents on it quite a bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say the gold is really cool. This has always been one of the more interesting designs to me, just because it's.
I will say this.
Not like anything else.
Normally B, but because it has bad motherfucker written on it, A.
I'll give A.
Jacob?
Yeah, I'll go with A.
And finally, my guy.
Yoda.
It's Yoda. This is Yoda. I think I love Yoda. I think, like Vader, Yoda's lightsaber is not the most important part of his character. I mean, it's great, but I'd say B.
I'd be fine with B as well. I was gonna say I don't stand for Yoda slander, unlike some people who lose at trivia, and that will not be named here. But yeah, I'd go B because again, I love Yoda. It's just it's not very. I mean, it's Luke's, but small.
Yeah.
No, that's
I have a soft spot for it, but I think B is fine. Yeah.
That's great. All right. So I think we'll do one more, and then I have some Disney Star Wars moments. Star Wars moments all made since the Disney acquisition. I believe, this is a 30. So let's share this one. I'm very excited. There are a bunch of great moments in this one. This is up to, I believe, so there's no skeleton crew in this one. There is, and I don't think there's the Acolyte either. So I think this is up to Ahsoka. Yeah, this is moments up to Batch Season 3.
Okay.
Although I thought Batch Season 3 came out. No, Batch Season 3 came out before Acolyte did. Never mind.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would love some Acolyte because I've been rewatching it recently, and there's some great moments in it. Travesty that was canceled.
There's some great moments in it. If only everybody on the screen had seen it. So,
Ooh, Poe Dameron hasn't seen it yet?
All right, let's do this. The infamous duel in the snow from The Force Awakens.
Ooh.
One of my favorite moments from the sequels for sure.
Oh, this is gonna be hard to not do all S tier. These are all great. Holy shit!
They're all very good, but I at least have some I don't know. I have some directions. I would say for Rey and Kylo in the snow, I would say probably A.
Yeah, my immediate reaction is S, but because I mean
that's the thing. It's like,
yeah, that's our first big lightsaber duel of that trilogy. It's beautiful in the snow. I think it's the best lightsaber duel of the sequels. If I'm just saying, because I don't necessarily consider they don't really duel in Last Jedi there. Like in there, I mean, Luke and Kylo kind of have a thing, but as like a traditional lightsaber duel, this one is at least my favorite of the sequel trilogy as a lightsaber duel, as in clashing sabers, two people, Jedi Sith, Jedi Darkseid are fighting.
I think I like actually both Rey Kylos in Rise of Skywalker better, both the one on Kajimi transitioning into the ship and on Kef Bir.
That one's cool. It's just they didn't quite have me on the edge of. That's just me. It's a personal thing for me too.
I understand.
I don't know, that fight in the snow is just very iconic. I feel like it's got a lot of emotion to it that I love. That's what I like in a lightsaber duel, is the emotion.
To me, I'm trying to because we're all dealing with so many great moments here. I'm trying to figure out, because of the sequel trilogy moments here, which there are 4 of them, this is honestly my least favorite of the 4.
That's fair. I was gonna say, of those that are there, right there, I got one. I got one that I'm definitely gonna throw a fit if it's not in S tier, and we're not to it yet. So
me too.
I'll concede A tier for the first Rey Kylo fight, even though again I do think it's the best of the trilogy.
Jacob, you good with that?
I'm good with that. Yeah.
All right. The Praetorian fight.
This is up there too. I honestly, man, how do you do these?
Yeah, this one's tricky.
Because, I mean, Last Jedi is my favorite Star Wars movie right now. I think that it hits going from Force Awakens to Last Jedi, just like the Last Jedi hit so many things that I don't know, I had never really seen in a Star Wars movie. This fight, this moment was so crazy, right after he had killed Snoke. I'm sticking S or A still.
I think
this isn't the one I would fight for, though. You think A for that one?
Only because I want to moderate this stuff. Again, it's not because I don't hate any of these moments. It's just to moderate this stuff.
That's fair. I'd be okay with A.
Yeah, I think A as well. Yeah, that works.
What, you think I'm just gonna walk out there with a laser sword and face down the entire First Order? I think this one deserves an S.
This is the one that I will throw a fit if it's not S, honestly, because by the end of Last Jedi, with Luke walking out there, the blast, from them you thinking they turned him into paste, to him just walking out, brushing off the shoulder, all that. And I would even include the duel with him and Kylo there, where he finally figures out that he's not there. S tier moment. This is Star Wars at its purest.
Jacob, I think you're going to be outnumbered on this one. I think this is going in S.
I'm fine with it. I think it's a great moment. I do. It's
all right.
Memorable for sure.
Here's the one I'm going to throw a fit about. I Am All the Jedi deserves S tier, goddammit.
Frankly, if we go ahead, make your impassioned speech. It's fine.
Now, if look, the rejection of family legacy, the wrapping up the Skywalker saga, the final death of Darth Sidious, the rallying up to the Jedi Voices scene, from the Jedi Voices scene, sacrificing her life, although of course she gets revived by Ben. This is Rey at her zenith up to this point, although I would put if this were Rey Skywalker, I'd turn feral. But even this, come on.
It's honestly, I think that the Force Awakens fight is above this. It's a great emotional beat. It's a great emotional beat, and I love that I Am All the Jedi. It's a great. But honestly, the moment where she's hearing the Jedi voices has more weight to me.
Yeah. I'll be a little bit flexible in this. If you guys really want to put this at A, I'll put it at A. There are other things that are important to me.
Right. I just with the standard we've set, I agree with you. It is a very awesome moment, but to put it above that Force Awakens and the throne room for me,
I would fight harder if this were Rey Skywalker, but it's not. So
yeah,
I'm putting this at A. Jacob, you're okay with that?
I mean, if it were up to me, it would be lower, but yeah, let's go for it.
Twilight of the Apprentice. I think Jacob's not going to let me put this lower than S. So
I mean,
I would agree with that.
It's just, I mean, 15, 20 years, almost 2 decades of history between these two people, between master and apprentice, two best friends after everything that's happened.
Oh, in universe, you mean? Never mind. Sorry.
In universe, yeah, in universe.
Okay, in universe. Sorry.
I mean, I don't know. I think the hardest I've ever cried. I haven't cried that many times because of Star Wars, but the hardest I've ever cried from Star Wars for sure was after finishing the Twilight of the Apprentice. I remember where I was. I remember. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. That's all I'll say. This moment impacted me.
That's beautiful. I love that. And yeah, I know I agree that God, just even the ending of Rebels was really great. That was truly the first thing we ever got, right? Before Force Awakens. And I mean, we had 2 full seasons before the Force Awakens came out, right? Like the Force Awakens came out right before Twilight of the Apprentice, if I remember correctly.
I think it came out, sometime in the middle of season 2, if I recall. I think that
it's like this is in Twilight, or like right before Twilight of the Apprentice, or when they're on that planet, Ezra. I remember like freaking out about it. Oh, they got a Kylo Ren lightsaber.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I think Twilight was a few months after TFA. Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Yeah. I think it was closer to the springtime, because I'm pretty sure I was on a road trip with my family for spring break when it came out, if I recall.
God, this is a hard list. I'm just looking at the ones to come, and how do you put anything at B, C, or D?
Yeah, I don't.
There's stuff I'm gonna put. I'm gonna argue for B. I'm not any lower, but B.
Yeah.
Twin Sons, however, S tier.
I would say S tier because honestly, that is the most fitting end for a character ever. I don't care what the haters say. Oh, you should have had more of a fight. No. It's not a letdown. It's
perfect, but it was unceremonious. That's fair.
Jacob knows how much I love Twin Sons, and he knows I love.
Oh yeah.
To me, it shows the skill of Kenobi at that age. He doesn't need to move a ton. He's just boom, boom, boom. 3 hits, we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some samurai shit right there.
Yeah.
I think it was such a good way to just show where these two guys had gone and what had sort of become of both of them, where Maul, sort of just became more and more unhinged and just consumed by his own negativity and his own lust for revenge, whereas Kenobi had sort of, by that point, centered himself, made peace with his circumstances, and sort of accepted his final purpose of ushering Luke towards his destiny. And I think that was beautifully expressed in that fight,
Yeah. The demise of Kane and Jarrus.
Oh, please S tier. I was
going to say A. Again, I'm not saying it's not a great moment. I'm
Eli,
saying,
what?
Look,
Hold on. Wait. Give me one good reason it's not. Okay, explain.
It's emotional.
Man.
Don't get me wrong. It is emotional. It is also, and I think this is a part of it. There are a lot of things that are coming up for us, I think, that are like great moments. There's I think duration, while not, of course, completely shouldn't completely determine everything, should be a factor in this, because like as Gerry was saying for I Am All the Jedi, this is a moment. Everything else here is sequences. Very much, if you look at Kanan's demise, same thing I'd argue actually with the next two as well. Kanan's demise, Ezra's sacrifice, and Ahsoka getting the lightsabers. These are all very nice moments. Very good, but nonetheless, moments.
Interesting.
That's my argument for all three of these in it, actually, ironically.
I'll say I've hardly cried harder at anything than when Kanan died in this.
Yeah, and I'm not.
And I ugly cried at a lot of stuff. Yeah. But I don't think any lower than A. I don't think any lower than A.
I wouldn't try to put it lower than I'm not trying to validate anybody's experiences with this. I just think, like, you know.
Eli's just saying, get over it, all of us. He's just all he's saying.
That's absolutely, yeah. That's how, like, if these five are all sequences, and like these three, and I'd say I'm All the Jedi as well, are moments. Jacob, could you bear if I put this in A? Or do you really want me to put this in S? Because I think I'm gonna put these next two in A.
I mean, Gerry? What do you think? You can split the. You know how we feel. You'll be the tiebreaker. What do you think?
Honestly, I don't think
my
that
feelings won't be hurt depending on what you say.
Jacob hasn't put up a fight for anything to be an S tier yet, and so I think I want to go ahead and say, just go ahead and throw it up there in S for now,
okay.
Because I think that Jacob deserves a W for this one.
Thank you. It's the complete apotheosis of everything that for the last 4 seasons we'd seen Kanan be going through. Especially with Hera and his relationship with Hera.
Right.
You know, it's just...
Yeah. I do think...
to split that difference, because it can't go below A. It can't go below A.
No, can't go below A.
I would never try to put it below A. I think Ezra and Ezra's sacrifice, especially, like, I'm not trying to, again, dilute the meaningfulness of it, but, like, it's an important step in his journey, but also, of course, due to Ahsoka, we now know it's ended, which does not necessarily lessen the moment, but part of the moment at the time was the suspense of what the fuck just happened. And now we know what the fuck just happened. And I would honestly now say that Ezra, like that Sabine finding Ezra on Peridia, which is not a moment here, but very much should be, is the more impactful moment.
I would agree with that. I'd be okay with this being the first B tier.
I think so would I. Like, it's a memorable moment. It's fantastic. Within Rebels, I think it does a tremendous job, but I think, you know, now that we know sort of where Ezra ended up at, a little bit of the aspect of he's sending himself hurtling off to the unknown regions. Are we ever like that is sort of tamped down a little bit now that we know. But when this came out, this really was for Ezra effectively this was just goodbye.
And I want to
family reunion and farewell. That was the farewell.
I want to emphasize for everybody again, because I don't think we're going to rank anything C or D, but I just want to emphasize, I feel like this is one of the weird tier lists where we're not ranking in miles, we're ranking in inches.
Yeah, no, this is let's order your favorite children in the order that you would eat them or something like, or like so or like, you know, who do you love the most? It's like, well, all of them are S tier and stuff, but well, you know, this one's got a little bit of a gambling problem, and this one, you know, you got to kind of like you start cutting hairs, splitting hairs.
Yeah, I would argue that the same thing is true. Honestly, I think this deserves B tier as well, because again, this is a nice moment. Anakin gifting the lightsabers and all that kind of stuff. It is I don't care as much about like Dave retconning a lot of stuff in especially TCW season 7. I really don't. This one, however, is like the color of the lightsabers, like it doesn't really matter. It's just like we changed it from green to blue because why? I don't really understand why. Again, nice moment. Don't get me wrong, but like I think this one's B.
Because Anakin was like, see, it's like the color of mine, right? Right?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. And they're like, Anakin, you silly guy. Yeah, I'd go B. It's honestly, it's just such a passing thing. It's like, okay, we got lightsabers back. It's fine. You know, like, let's just, but the blue sabers are just let's get to the white already. Let's get to Ahsoka White.
Yeah, and then
like, come on.
And then like the stuff with the clones, like if we want to include the clones painting their helmets like Ahsoka, that's nice too. But again, the real impact of that doesn't come till later.
No, it's a nice moment
where we see Ahsoka in Order 66 having to fight clones with her face painted. Like that's the impactful moment. That this is the setup. We don't actually have the payoff here, at least not really, not tangibly. But next we have the infamous Phantom Apprentice duel, which I gotta argue for S again.
Honestly, I'd go B or A. Frankly, it's a great duel. I love Clone Wars Season 7. I love those things like parallel with Sith and all of that. I love that they went there.
I'm arguing this only because of like the amount of effort put into this, the craziness of the duel. Ray Park and Lauren Mary Kim doing the mocap for this, which had never been done before. The crazy revelations at the end of it, like this. I remember like this was mind blowing when it came out.
No, this was like that final season of Clone Wars, and especially this arc, the Siege of Mandalore, is the best of that entire series, frankly.
Yeah, this is as ridiculously good as the Clone Wars gets.
Yeah. So I might.
I tell you what, though, I'd almost put the bridge sequence from that first episode before they're called to check out the Mandalore stuff. You know, when they're on that planet, they're fighting on the suspension bridge. I almost put that above this, frankly, because that feels more.
Oh, I wouldn't. Not in a million years, but
it's just that it's got that sail barge energy, and it's got the sail barge music in it too. But anyway,
plus it mirrors the beginning of in the Clone Wars movie. But I would say, what am I gonna say? Jacob, are you okay with putting this in A? I compromise.
Yeah, I can split the diff and go for A because that's what I was gonna say as well.
A.
So I think that.
Okay.
I mean, it's fantastic. Don't get it twisted.
It's top shelf. Yeah, this is it is less of miles or inches and more so of micromillimeters is what this is, frankly.
Fair, yeah.
I think we gotta put Order 66 from Shattered in S. The like seeing the heartbreakingness of seeing all the clones turn against Ahsoka. I don't know.
Just God, Rex fighting it, that you could see him fighting it is fucking insane. And I'm tearing up just even thinking about it. Just like the tears pouring down.
I think that's a marker of S tier.
Yeah.
I'd go S tier for that. Yeah. I don't know. That's it's up there. I don't know. This list is all over the place.
Yeah.
Except for C or D. But I got something down there I might suggest for a D. And I'm just going to leave it at that for right now.
Interesting. I don't have anything right now.
At that moment, just like, anyway.
There are a bunch of stuff I think that, like, I don't think B is going to only be these two. There are a bunch of other things I'd recommend for D, but for B. But... Jacob, you okay with?
Yeah. I'm okay with that, yeah. I mean,
all right.
It's one of those moments.
Let's do S tier. All right.
It's huge. It's huge emotional moment. Yes.
Now, here's another one. This for me, Ahsoka standing with the statues is very much like I Am All the Jedi. If this were the helmet in the snow, I would argue harder for it. But it's not. It's the burying the dead scene, which is very good. It's just not the best part of Victory and Death.
It's a great
for A for this.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, an A or a B, and I'll concede A because it's a great tribute to the clones and the end of the Clone Wars. And Ahsoka being the only Jedi who tried to, like, who just didn't, like, indiscriminately murder clones, unlike Obi-Wan and Yoda.
Yeah. That too.
So yeah.
All right, so here is the one that is interesting to me and that I might be willing to rank lower than B. Maybe. IG-11's sacrifice at the end of The Mandalorian Season 1. I'm not saying this is not good. I'm saying if you look at everything else on this list, before, frankly, after, this seems a bit comparatively lackluster. Especially because of what happens in Season 3, which I think is actually a very good evolution of the character in season 3. It also just makes, like the Ezra moment, makes the sacrifice mean a little less.
I'd say B or C, honestly, because I was looking at this going like it just doesn't resonate as it's good. It's good. It's just it doesn't send me straight to the into fits like the other stuff does.
I think we could christen the C with this one.
I'd be okay with C.
I think it might be the only thing in there, but maybe. I think there might be one other thing, maybe, but
C for crap, not IG-11. So,
Ahsoka meeting Din and Grogu. There is some gorgeous cinematography in this. Truly love the Jedi as an episode. However, we're dealing with so many fantastic live-action Ahsoka moments on this list, and I think this is among the bottom of them. I think I would say I'm torn between A and B. I think probably A, but I'm willing to hear other arguments.
No lower than A or B because this was the first live action. Like, and we didn't know who the Jedi was until after this episode came out, right?
Well,
like you didn't know until she popped up in the episode, if I remember right. Because I remember somebody texting me being like, "Watch this right fucking now," and losing our shit.
Bo-Katan and the Heiress told Din to find Ahsoka, so we knew she'd be coming up. But
that's true. That's true.
It's still an incredibly impactful moment that changed the course of Star Wars television permanently.
Well, and I love the Western or Kurosawa kind of feel, the misty, the burned forest and stuff. I love the sequence where she's disappearing in and out of the smoke and everything. So no lower than B, no higher than A.
Yeah, I'm going A. What Jacob convinced me to put it lower than A or whatever, higher than A. I don't know.
I mean, for me, it's B, but I mean, you guys have convinced me of its merits, so I think A would be appropriate.
Okay, let me argue for this. I hated Boba Fett before this scene. That's just the truth. I hated Boba Fett before the scene.
Yeah.
And this scene turned me around on Boba Fett permanently. I mean, obviously, Book of Boba Fett would do so much more, but I think this is A, maybe S.
For the music alone, honestly, that was like the most we did the da 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 for Book of Boba Fett. I like this better, frankly.
I do too.
That's a hot take. I like that.
That is a hot take.
And I love the Book of Boba Fett music, but that jaunt drop is so cool.
It feels to me like Book of Boba Fett's score feels like that's the Book of Boba Fett. That's the man coming into himself. But this feels like Boba Fett music. This feels like that's his fucking jam. You know what I mean? Like
Book of Boba Fett
is big, bold.
The most dangerous bounty hunter in the galaxy.
Book of Boba Fett speaks to Boba's personal journey within the show, which I think is highly underrated and I love. This Boba Fett theme in The Mandalorian is Boba taking care of business. This is nothing about the personal journey. This is, hey, I think you forgot how great how badass Boba Fett is. Let's give you a reminder.
I'd say A or B because I think that this is a great moment. But again, you look at all the moments we've got on here, and it's I don't know.
I think it's A.
Think A? Okay.
I can accept that.
Would you want it in B instead, or?
A is all right. A is fine. Yeah.
You sure? Okay. I mean.
Return of Luke.
Rescuing
Grogu.
It was fucking insane.
This one caught me pretty fucking off guard. I can't lie. The first time I saw it,
convince me that this isn't S tier. Please. I don't care. Oh, it was.
I almost like the next one for S tier better than this one. Not saying that this isn't incredible.
Gerry, I'll give you something. I think the next 3 all should be S tier.
Oh damn! Because I don't know, man.
I think the next 3 all should be S tier.
Fuck. Does it get bigger? Because we're running out of room.
Yes, it does. It does.
Okay. I'm an old man. I don't know what happens. Okay.
Go on to other rows because it's gonna happen with A tier. I know.
Wow! Incredible.
Yeah,
Gee, what are your fancy adding machines do with Luke here? I guess we could.
I think like of these three, I think I'd be argued to put this one in A the easiest, but I still think the iconic factor of this is Luke Skywalker with the green lightsaber coming to save the day. Like, this is something that people have been waiting for since 1983, and I love The Last Jedi, I really do, but this is a different kind of special moment.
I'd concede that. So, S or A?
I'm okay with. I would be. I think, given the context, like you said, I'm okay with S.
This is a moment I've been waiting for decades. This is such an important moment. So much like Your Father plays in my mind on repeat nearly every day. God, this is such an important moment in Star Wars history. I really do believe that.
Remember that there's like that fan art of Ahsoka with the hologram of Anakin talking to Luke and Leia holding Ben on the Falcon? Have you seen that art? That's one of my favorite fan art pieces. And we got that basically here. And honestly, I like this, and they had cleaned it up a little bit and stuff. I think this Luke looks better than and you could say whatever you want. Like, a lot of people don't like the motion capture, just or the face replacement and stuff. But I think Luke looks incredible, better in this than he does in the other. But of course, you're just mainly just going on his Jedi skills in the other one. His lightsaber skills. I'd say S. I'd be okay with it.
I kind of need S for me.
Jacob? I think A as well. I don't think it quite gets to the S, but A. I can do that.
Did you say A or?
S or A. I'll be fine with A.
I'd like to proudly point out that at this point, when we're maybe a little more than halfway through, 50% of the S tiers are moments from Rebels. as a massive Rebels fan, that does.
I feel weird putting this in A. Well, keep in mind you're one of the three people on this anyway. But anyway, I feel weird putting Luke in S, but Luke and Ahsoka in A. Like, I feel weird putting that lower.
For me, the Luke's rescue is it's that much more memorable, I think. When I'm thinking about,
all right,
what do I think about,
what
flashes through my mind at night or something,
We're selling off our least favorite children here, so we gotta you put it at least closer to the S tier, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Cad Bane, Cobb Vanth, S tier. From the Desert Comes a Stranger. Wait, is that who I think it is? You see the blue, it comes closer and closer and closer. The tension mounts. Maybe the best Western-style gunslinger moment, I think, in Star Wars. It's been doing it a lot so far, and I think this is the apotheosis of that, the zenith of that. I think it's got to go in S tier.
I don't know. I could go as high as A, frankly, because not that it's not a great moment. It is a great fucking moment. And I remember how long it takes watching him walk up. You're like, no, there's no fucking way they're doing this. There is no way that is Cad Bane in this economy. And it is. And it was great. And I thought that they did great. I don't know if I'd go any higher than A personally, just with how we've got it set up right now. I don't know.
Jacob?
Me personally.
I think A. All
right. Okay.
But you can put it up higher, closer to the line if you want. So yeah.
No, we'll just put it. The death of Tech, I think, also has to go.
Hurts my heart.
A or maybe B.
This is the one I'm gonna be This is the one I'm gonna be blasphemous on. I say D tier because this hurt my fucking feelings. this hurt my feelings. Not that his death wasn't like important or like not to lessen it or cheapen it. This is the one I would put way down there though, just simply on the merits of that just hurt too much. That just hurt way too much.
I think B is where I'm gonna put this. Jacob, is that good with you?
Yeah.
I think actually, ironically, this tier list did a really bad job of picking Bad Batch moments. None of these are what I think are the best moments of the series.
No, it's like remember this? Remember when this hurt?
No, and I think these 3 moments are great. But I also think the Emperor's speech from mid-season 2, not being on here is weird. I think the solitary clone not being on here is weird. I think the showdown between Hunter, Crosshair, and Hemlock at the end of season 3 is not being here is weird. I think the destruction of Kamino not being here at the end of season 1 is strange. The Outpost, I think, is probably my favorite moment of the Bad Batch moments, but I still think I'd put it at A at highest, but probably B.
I'd say B too. It's again great moment, but just I don't know. They did pick some odd moments, I think.
Jacob, you good with B for this?
Yeah, I think I am. That's all right.
The final goodbye between Hunter and Omega in the epilogue of season 3 of the Bad Batch.
Shit, this hurt my feelings too because this is gonna happen to me one day when my daughter goes to college.
That was hurtful.
It was like you didn't. I was ugly crying. You thought I was ugly crying when Kanan died. Jesus Christ! This punched me. This kicked me in the nuts. Punched me in the gut. It threw me down some stairs.
It's heartbreaking. Maybe A at the highest, but I'm kind of thinking B.
I'll go B with it as well. Again, like the emotion. Since I've become a parent, those emotions are a dime a dozen. I have that all the time. It's just like you're always like, worried about the future of your child and like you don't want to say goodbye to them, but you want them to go be their own person, kind of a thing. Okay. So it's beautiful, but yeah.
You can drag down I'm All the Jedi. You can drag down So Much Like Your Father. You can drag down The Phantom Apprentice. You will take the final duel in Obi-Wan Kenobi out of S tier, out of my cold, dead hands.
It is pretty cathartic. It is pretty cathartic. I don't love the shaky cam. I don't love the cinematography. But, I mean, if it isn't satisfying.
Try me.
I'll concede S tier because it's just got, I don't know, man. All this stuff belongs in S tier, frankly, most of it. Except Tech, you still hurt my feelings for letting go. But, I would give it, I mean, just the best part of the duel to me is when it's at the end and you have the helmet cut open and you have Aiden's voice mixing with the James Earl Jones voice, and it just sounds so haunting, and just the way that they shift from his voice to Vader voice is like really cool, really haunting, and very sad in a good way.
Yeah, I agree.
Heartbreaking. But I agree with everything Jacob said about the cinematography is a little for me, but it's still good.
Dooku Yaddle in Tales of the Jedi, I think, is the perfect definition of an A tier.
Ooh, I'd go A tier. I was gonna say that's a man.
It's very good. It's very good. It doesn't quite reach great.
Not quite, but it's a great moment because I mean you get when he thinks he's killed her. Oh yeah, and then the Force theme starts playing.
That's good. You're
just
right.
Like I'm still gonna reveal the light to you. You think you snuffed it out, but it's still here, and it's not gonna die so easy. And then she immediately dies, of course. But
here's my controversial take.
But the point still stands.
Here's my controversial take. The Eye, not that extraordinary. Beautifully shot. But as
It was
a
pretty
moment,
cool.
especially in comparison to other Andor moments we're getting to, I'd say B.
It was more
I didn't even get to
visually.
see.
It was more visually stunning and thrilling within the context of the story than it really was a memorable, emotional crescendo or something that cuts to the emotional heart of the story.
But I don't
the way
know,
that a lot
Andor
of
is
these
better
other
than, I
moments
don't know.
are.
Anyway. No, but B.
Whatever you're about to say, Eli, it's true. Andor is better than whatever you're going to say, unironically. We're never not gonna, bro. We're never not going to beef about this. We might as well have fun with it.
Andor's really good. Andor's really good, and everyone says that it's good. But I do agree with the critics that it is like some really top tier stuff.
No, yeah, but I would say of all 4 of these Andor moments, I think my favorite of all of these is Kino Loy's speech to the Narkina 5 prisoners. That being said, I think it's still an A.
See, I don't know.
Yeah,
I would give
feel
the
like that's
next
gotta
3 moments, I would give S tier. Frankly,
agree.
all 3 of those are like.
Especially Fight the Empire.
Well, but like just to go back to Kino Loy, you have Kino Loy, and then I believe the next one is the speech at the those are 2 of the greatest monologues in Star Wars history. It's 2 of the greatest things that exist, and they're in the same damn episode.
Or as I like to say, guess I'll go fuck myself.
Do I really think numbers when it comes to Andor?
So for Kino Loy, I would go no lower than A. I really want S, but I mean that the Luthen's, what do I sacrifice speech or monologue has definitely got to go in S tier. And honestly, so does Marva. This makes me want to go out and light the White House lawn on fire. Is what these make me want to do. Literally. I'm not going to, so don't come for me with ice. I'm not going to, but they make me want to like go out and like start throwing bricks. All of these things in a good way.
How?
Okay, we picked off Eli when he's just communicating in reaction clips.
I agree with that people put Andor on a pedestal, but I do believe that it is really fucking good.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying we've put so much like your father and like Phantom Apprentice in freaking A tier. And now we're like, oh yeah, Marva is a great moment. Don't get me wrong, Marva's a great moment. Here's what I'm thinking. I'd be willing to put 2 of these 3 in S tier, and I can't imagine Kino's going in A.
Kino,
one of these 2, I think, needs to go in A.
One of those 2, I would. If it was me personally, I don't know how Jacob feels. I would put Kino in A and the other 2 in S, frankly.
Jeez, that's tough. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I would agree because I think Kino's speech is just one part of just an absolutely glorious stretch of television. Not just good Star Wars, but amazing, undeniable television and entertainment.
Here's my thing.
Whereas the other 2 moments stand on their own a little bit more as they stand out as.
Here's what I'll do, actually. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and make the case that of all 3 of these, it's actually, ironically enough, the one that I think deserves to go in A is Luthen. Because I'm not saying the speech is not good. I'm saying these 2 are part of epically dramatic, are preludes or parts of epically dramatic sequences. Luthen, great speech. He's actually really just standing there talking to a guy in an elevator.
And that's what makes it great. We're cutting to, it doesn't matter what else is happening.
In my seat, though, with him telling him.
To the core of who he is.
Eli, you know what I would sacrifice for this to be an S tier? Everything!
All right.
But well, oh, see. Okay, I would concede Kino. I would concede Kino.
Sure. Yeah. Fine. Whatever.
Put him in A. Put him in A. It's
Okay. Yeah, fine.
I love you, Eli. Thank you.
Sure.
No, y'all are
You're
gonna
the
bend
best,
my
you're the
will
best,
on these.
Eli.
Y'all are gonna bend my will on these last few.
All right,
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Maybe
My
you've earned
sacrifice.
it.
Ahsoka and Balin is very good. I would put it at A still.
I agree with A. I agree with A. And that's not just
Yeah.
because you gave us the Andor ones.
But
That's
so
fine.
help me
Yeah,
God.
no, Balin
But
is
so help
amazing.
me God. The arrival of Grand Admiral Thrawn on Peridia and the World Between Worlds are both going in S tier.
I'll concede.
Yeah,
Honestly,
fine. We've
because
used up our capital. We've used up our political capital.
I was gonna say, I just fought with a brick in hand for those Andor clips.
I was
so.
like Gerry, you're hopping off, but like if that last one, if I'm like, I think it's B tier, I don't think there'd be an episode next week. I'm not gonna lie. We have a rapid and scheduled break hiatus of the show.
There already would be because we're not recording, but you
Yeah,
but you're kind
you
of right
get
in
the
a way.
idea though, yeah.
But like I don't think I would have had to argue that hard for the World Between Worlds sequence in Shadow Warrior because come on, but like
It's really fucking good.
Give me a second. Let me. I know I would have had to argue maybe a little bit harder for the arrival of Thrawn on Peridia.
Yeah, I don't know if that quite makes it up there for me, but again,
And
in the nature of goodwill, I can see.
And
Yeah,
to convince,
as do I.
But to make my point, all I would say is, give me a second. All I would contribute is.
Oh, dude, and that Thrawn score is fantastic as well. So
Yeah, it is. It is. There's
that jump scare, great.
Stormtrooper.
I need to rewatch Ahsoka. What's the golden face trooper's name? It's Enoch, right?
Enoch, son of Jared. Have you seen a more dramatic entrance of any character ever? Like, the troopers chanting his name, Enoch flanked by him, the slow organ bursts that will spell out Thrawn melody.
Yeah.
Panning up to Lars is the first real appearance of Lars as Thrawn that doesn't look like Space Elon Musk. I mean, come on. Come on.
It's very hard not to look like Space Elon Musk, frankly. So yeah.
It just. But yeah, we have a very contentious list here. I think this one honestly was the hardest fought of this one.
I say so.
Yeah.
But
certainly.
You know what? I think this has been going on long enough that I think I'm gonna skip the question to the end. When we have Gerry and Scotty on another time, we will absolutely.
You'll get us one of these days. You'll get us one of these days.
I just like to point out, Eli. I just love the fact that this episode started with you making fun of how long the Bombad the court was for the video games, and now we've been on here for near
those went
hours.
Those went almost 3 hours.
You want to know the difference between the two, Jacob?
What's that?
This is lasting around the same time as the Bombadcast video game one.
We did 3 lists.
We've done 3 times as many lists as they did.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. We packed it in. We did pack it in.
I'll give it that. I'll give you that. No, it is.
And they did 1.
Right. Yeah. No, the video game one is pretty crazy. It lasted almost as long as the Marvel chair stream that they did like a couple weeks ago. So, frankly.
And you didn't even reveal James Marsden.
No, we didn't reveal anything. We wore powdered wigs, which I almost wore today. It's actually right down here. I'm touching it right now.
I literally prepped Jacob for the possibility that you might do it.
Yeah, I'll just one as we sign off here. Hold on. Let me. How does this go anymore?
Oh yeah, there it is.
There we go. I will secede to your acquiesce to your request. Yes.
I'm so excited. I know you guys mentioned that was coming back soon. I'm here.
It is coming back soon, probably after Scotty gets back from Japan. So.
Yeah, I know. You've got a lot of great stuff for Bombad in the works. To which I will, and I know, you guys probably haven't been playing a schedule as much because of the stuff with the panel and stuff like that. But I will just say, I know I've been talking to Scotty and yourself a little bit, and I'm still very interested in doing the Angry Birds episode we've been talking about for a while. And I talked to Scotty very briefly about doing, because a while ago I got into reading a lot of the OG comics from like the 1977 run.
Oh,
I
wow.
feel like
Okay.
that's a perfect Bombadcast episode, like talking about
Okay.
like, back when Star Wars really didn't know what it was and stuff like that.
There's a lot of interesting characters, especially around the Jackson character that is in there.
Don Juan Quixote.
Doesn't he have a girlfriend that essentially wears a space nightie or something in those comics?
It's been a while, probably. There's Don Juan Quixote. There's Senator Simon Greyshade. There's Leia's former teacher on Alderaan that appears for an issue. There's so much weird stuff. There's some truly wacky stuff that's so fun.
I love that.
There's that time where they and this is like an issue like 20 something. This was fantastic, where they did an evacuation of Yavin issue, but Luke and some of the rebel soldiers were fighting the Empire on the moons of Yavin wearing spacesuits. Literally, like,
that's great.
Fighting on the moons of Yavin, like I think
Space
all
race.
The moons of Yavin like super retro stuff. Like, it's fantastic. Yeah, but that's gonna be it, I think, for this episode of Star Wars in a Galaxy. Next week, I don't know. We'll figure that out. But before we go, of course, I have one last question to ask to Gerry, which is, where can everybody find you? Thanks so much for this very long episode, for sticking it out with us. We really enjoyed having you on.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Long episodes are the only kind that I do. Any show I go on, they're always like, that was our longest episode ever. And I'm like, I talk a lot, so it's fine. No, you find me most Thursdays on the Bombadcast, although we're going to have a week off during celebration because we got Scotty's. We are and aren't. There's not going to be a regular stream, but we're going to be streaming Scotty's panel from Tokyo. So get ready for that. It's going to be a blast. Then I'm also finishing up Ionized Bastards on Our Many Systems YouTube channel. Our good friend Michael McCoy, who should be writing a Star Wars novel Sunday. I think he should. But yeah, no, we're getting pretty close. We're getting pretty close to the end of our final season. So stick around for that. But yeah, no, and then other than that, you can catch me at Harassy Kidnapsock sometimes, random strangers on the internet, and also, I don't know, having a burrito downtown. That sounds nice right about now, honestly. So.
Thanks again to Gerry for joining us. You can find me, my link tree at linktr.ee/_OGfans327. You can listen to us on In a Galaxy everywhere you get your podcasts. You can follow us mostly on BlueSky at inagalaxypod.bsky.social. I think by the time this episode comes out, Epic Confrontations, our next match should be out. Jared the Dark Jedi versus Scotty Holloway, which we recorded the day before which we recorded yesterday as of when we're recording this episode. It was very fun. Fun to get back to that stuff. Some moving and shaking happening that I won't spoil. But yeah, I think if there's nothing else, may the Force be with you. Always.
Always.
Always.